In the last lesson, we learnt how we can use the computer keyboard as a trigger, causing other blocks of code to run. Or we can do the same with another computer input device, the mouse. The mouse provides two possible inputs to a program: when the mouse button has been clicked and the position of the mouse pointer on the screen, and both of these can be used as triggers in our programs. Let's take the scenario where we want our dragon sprite to move towards the mouse pointer, wherever it may be, and we want it to do this when our program starts running. Let's get started with our usual when green flag is clicked trigger. We then have two programming blocks to add, one to tell the dragon to point towards the mouse pointer, and the other to tell it to move forwards. Since these are both to do with the motion of the sprite, we will find them under the motion menu. Let's drag and drop the point towards block into place. This block of code isn't yet complete, as we need to say what exactly the sprite should point towards. We can set this to be the mouse pointer by clicking the arrow and selecting mouse pointer. Now let's add the move block and see what happens. As you can see, every time we click the green flag, our sprite moves towards the mouse. Of course, I want it to follow the mouse wherever it may be. I therefore need to put these programming blocks inside a forever loop, so they run over and over again. Let's do that now and see what happens when we run the program. As you can see, our dragon sprite is now continuously pointing towards the mouse pointer and moving towards it. Let's now explore how we can use the mouse click as a trigger for an event. Let's drag a new when green flag is clicked trigger and add a forever loop, since I want my sprite to constantly be sensing for the mouse being clicked. I'll now add a wait until block to tell the program to wait for the mouse to be clicked. We need to add this from our sensing menu, since we will be sensing for the mouse button being clicked, known as mouse down. Let's drag that into place. So now we have our code that will run when the mouse is clicked, but what do we actually want it to do? Well, by changing the costume of our sprite, we can make it appear as though it is breathing fire. We'll find Next Costume under the Looks menu. Let's now test our program to see how it runs. As you can see, the dragon is always moving towards the mouse pointer, and whenever I click, the dragon changes between his normal costume and his fire-breathing costume. So as you can see, we can use the mouse as a trigger for programming blocks, sensing the position of the mouse pointer on the screen, as well as whether the mouse button is being clicked, known as mouse down.